Welcome Endurance Matters athletes! This video will go over your post-run strength and mobility routine. For short, we'll call this SAM1. This is the first in a series of 3 bodyweight oriented strength and mobility routines you can progress through. Every athlete I coach performs some type of strength and mobility routine after every run. While running is the best way to improve at running, we also need to stay healthy, and strength training is a simple thing you can do for your injury prevention. SAM1 will take you less than 10 minutes after your runs and ultimately keep you on the run. So let's jump into SAM number 1. This first exercise is the prone plank. To start, place your forearms on the ground and get a little calf stretch as you bridge your body into a plank. I count my planks not in time, but in breaths. We breathe while we run, so let's breathe with our strength exercises for running. So take a full deep breath through your nose and try to expand your back with that breath. As you exhale, push all the air out by contracting your abs. Get all the air out you can. That is one breath. You should feel your abs engaged and maybe feel a little calf stretch. For our second exercise, feel free to rest in transition, or if you're feeling strong and confident, keep your body bridged as you transition into the side plank. For the side plank, lift your side onto one forearm, but don't stack your feet. Rather, place your top foot forward. Once in position, you should feel your obliques doing a lot of the work, as well as a little bit of inner thigh from that top leg. Follow the same breathing technique from the prone plank. Inhale through your nose, expand your back, then exhale, squeezing your abs. You'll maybe feel that oblique engage more with each exhale. Perform 5 to 10 full breaths on each side. Take a break in transition if you need to. And you can feel free to place your arms in any place that's comfortable, up in the air, on your hip, or by your head. Another good cue for these side planks is to remember to rainbow your hips. Keep those hips high in the air and don't let them drop. The third exercise I call dead bug. In this exercise, lie on your back, contract your abs so that your back is flat on the ground. If you feel any space between your lower back and the ground, your back is not flat. With your back flat, you can lift your legs up with your knees at 90-degree angles and float your arms at your side. If it's difficult to hold this position, follow the same breathing technique from the planks and just hang out there trying to keep that back flat on the ground. If you can, extend one leg and the opposite arm. Be sure to keep that leg at about 45 degrees off the ground. Go too low and you'll put a lot of excess strain on your lower back, making it difficult to, again, keep that back flat on the ground. Take one full breath with opposite arm and leg extended, then switch for the next breath. Repeat for a total of 6 to 10 breaths. This is a difficult exercise, so don't get discouraged if it's tough the first time you try. Think of it as an opportunity to see improvements in your core strength. These next 4 exercises are all in a side lying position. In this video, I do all 4 on one side before doing the next. If this is difficult, just alternate right and left of each exercise to give your sides a break. I'm going to freeze frame for just a second to explain something very important about these side lying exercises. For all of them, I want you to keep your abs engaged, and I use 2 cues for this. 1 is to find your mouse hole, and 2 is to maintain a tail tuck. To find your mouse hole, all you have to do is engage your abs and make enough room under your oblique for a tiny mouse hole. If this is hard for you to find, you can roll up a small rag and place it underneath your oblique during these exercises. You'll see me place my hand there between exercises so I know I'm positioned correctly. For the tail tuck, imagine you have a tail and you could pull that tail forward between your legs. This will help with the mouse hole and rock your pelvis into the best position for these exercises. These exercises mostly target the glutes, but when we follow these cues, you'll get a lot more out of each repetition. Once you find your mouse hole, we can start doing clams. Place your knees and feet together, give them a slight bend. Your shoulders, hips, and feet should all be in a straight line. Keep your feet together and raise up your top knee, opening up your legs like a clam. Don't open so much that your hips rock back. Pretend like you have a glass of water sitting on your hip and you don't want to spill it. Next are reverse clams. Following the same rules and ab engagements, but this time keep your knees together, then raise your top foot in the air. Again, don't let those hips roll forward, don't spill that glass of water. Next up, lateral leg lifts. Extend your top leg, leaving the bottom one bent for balance. Point your toe towards the ground and raise your leg up in the air. Again, don't let your hips rock to get your leg higher. Remember, don't spill your water. And of course, don't forget your tail tuck and your mouse hole. The last side lying exercise is still a leg lift, but this time keep your toe neutral or parallel with the ground so as to activate another part of your glutes. Otherwise, follow the same rules as the toe down leg raise. So those are the 4 side lying exercises. Remember, if it's too difficult to do one side all the way through, just alternate your right and left sides as you do the exercises. When doing your side lying exercises, you should remember 2 things, and I've said it a lot already. Find your mouse hole to engage your abs and get the most out of each rep. And 2, let the legs do the moving, not your hips. Pretend you have that glass of water on your hip and try not to spill it. By the end of all these side lying exercises, your glutes should be really feeling the burn. And that's a good thing. So what this is doing post-run is giving you a proper cool down. We're going through all of our ranges of motion. We're providing a little bit of extra strength work that's going to be a good injury prevention mechanism for you. And most of all, when you get back to sit in your car and drive home, you're not going to feel as stiff once you try to get out of that car again. All because you sat down and did a 10-minute routine of strength. The last few exercises will be done from a tabletop position, the first of which is donkey kick. You'll need to set yourself up for success by taking another deep breath in through your nose and exhaling by contracting and engaging the ab muscles. Then as you inhale, bring your knee to your chest, exhale and extend your legs straight back to feel your glutes and hamstrings working. Repeat for a total of 5 to 10 breaths on each side. Like in our side lying exercises, don't let those hips start moving. Keep them square with the ground. I don't care how high your leg gets, I just want you to engage your glutes and find your range of motion. It will improve over time as you continue to do these. Fire hydrants require you to channel your inner canine. Again, from the tabletop position, bring your knee out sideways from your body. And again, keep those hips square with the ground. Don't let those hips rock side to side as you do this motion. These last 2 movements stem from hurdle drills. Just like the other 2 tabletop exercises, keep your hips square, but pretend there's a small hurdle off to your side. For the forward circles, bring your leg down, out, and around that tiny hurdle. I like to do my backwards knee circles immediately after my forward, but again, if you need a break, just alternate sides between them. For the backward circles, bring your knee up, out, and around the tiny hurdle. Again, keep those hips square. You'll get more out of each rep that way. And there you have it. That was Sam 1, and it took less than 10 minutes to show you this routine. This is going to be one of 3 bodyweight oriented routines I create that build in difficulty but all remain under 10 minutes. If you have a busy schedule and have to decide between 10 minutes of running or 10 minutes of strength and mobility, I choose the latter to stay healthy for the next run. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or constructive criticisms. And if you're new to my channel and looking for a private running coach, check out my website in the description below.